All right, what's up, everybody? It's been just a little bit since I did a video. I've actually been recording them, I haven't been posting them. But got some new parts today from Tamiya and wanted to share with you what I got. Mainly, this video is going to be about these two parts. And I think I'm going to have this labeled as an unboxing video for these one-way wheel sets. Okay, so I've been looking into these a lot. They're not that easy to find. To me, these two sets came in stock. And when they did, I got them. So I'll talk about these in a minute. It's not a true unboxing. For this set, I unboxed them. I took a look at them already, but I'll show you the unboxing of this and explain the differences. The other part I got was this. So this is, let me see the number, 15373 roller angle adjuster plate set. This is sweet. So I've been playing a lot with roller angles. The way I started playing with this, one of my box stock cars, after a hard crash, the roller angle was messed up. So in fixing it, I kept adjusting. It's not a car I'm racing now, but at home on my home track. And it's a huge difference, right? So I can see how this can affect, especially tune class. Box stock, you can't really change it. Sometimes, unfortunately, it just goes the wrong way, and it's not going to help you. But it really helps you stay on track, makes your car more stable. Could also slow your car down. At least that's my take on it. That's what I got these for. So I will report back on what these do with my tune class car. And now to the main event. So here, let me throw that there. So one-way wheels. Okay, so for anyone that hasn't seen these before, what they are, they're wheels. They're in the regular sizes for mini four-wheel drive. At least the ones I've seen are small diameter, low profile, right? So these match most of the wheels on like AR, MR, MA, etc. And then this set, which is large diameter. And these are more like the large diameter wheels on the Copper Fang Black Special, where they're the wides, supposedly for the back. I actually run in reverse. I run the wides on the front, but that's a whole other discussion about setup for box stock. They're wide for the back, slim for the front, but large diameter, right? So what they do, instead of being fixed, right, and these cars have no differential, when you go around a turn, to make the turn, the wheels are actually sliding. They're not all gripping. If they all gripped evenly all the time, the car can only go straight, right? So they slide, which slows the car down, puts more, I don't want to say wear on the motor, but slows it down because there's more drag on the motor, right? You're probably pulling more current. I've never seen on a meter, but that's probably what it does. So yeah, it doesn't quite handle as good. And that's another reason why torque is king, right? Torque tune motors destroy most of the races I've seen because they can get back up to speed quickly when they're losing that power in the turns because the tires are sliding. So what these do, they're one-way wheels. So they kind of act like a differential. In reality, it works just like a one-way bearing. My experience with one-way bearings is in fly fishing rods. So the bearing really can go one way and then it locks the other way, right? And we can all probably find examples of that. But that's what these are. So the wheel, when it's going forward, is propelled by the motor and it's locked. But if for some reason they slow down, really they can freewheel backwards. But then as the wheels go, it allows it to turn more smoothly because some wheels, instead of sliding, some wheels will go into freewheel mode and go through the turn. Reason I started looking back into this now is for this car. I got this car at the last race and like immediately turned it into my next tune class car. It's the Liberty Emperor. I'm like obsessed with this car. I don't know what it is about it. It looks so cool. It looks like a little go-kart spaceship. It's super, super light. It's so smooth. Once I put my parts on here, this thing, it's super, super fast. Only my son's car, the Pikachu MA car, is faster. That thing is just lightning right now. This thing's awesome. Once I get this dial, I think this is going to be the fastest car we have. But it came with large diameter wheels, and they looked even cooler than these wheels. These are my race wheels, the dish wheels, hollow axles, and low friction tires on all four, right? I thought, what if I could run large tires? I don't know. Most setups, usually it's the people that are winning are running torque tuned, low, small diameter wheels with low profile tires and either super hard or low friction. Most circuits I've seen, even the big, more open ones at like AAA, when they've done those outside, it's still torque is king, maybe atomic tuned. So, I mean, handling, that's where you lose a lot of power, right? So, figured out to get these wheels, and like I said, two sets opened up. This is the low profile set. These things are sick. I actually probably will end up using these on this car, but then I want to have options. And I'll do some, another video where I compare them, either on my home track or maybe I'll take them to, I think Hobbytown. in Tom's River, which will be the closest here, has a full-size track that's up. You can correct me if I'm wrong. That's my perception. I've never been there. Let's take a look at what we got. So, I know I'm rambling on, but these things are cool. So, like I said, these have the slim wheels in the front and the thick in the back, and then they have the offset tread tires. I don't know how I feel about these. Our one car that we play with at home, I run offset tread tires, but they're all low profile and hards, and they're really cool. These are like normal tread tires. Normal tread nice, gives you grip, but again, you'll lose a lot in the turns because they're more grippy because usually the slide. So I don't know if these would actually overcome that, and then you're actually getting more grip, so that's what we'll see. So you basically just get this plate. What you get, these are the wheels or the hubs. This almost looks like a hubcap. It's the outer part of the wheel. And it looks like you get a little spacer, which isn't in the instructions, so I think that's just to space it out for other chassis other than the Super X and Super XX, Super XX. And then you get this little part. So you can see here, it's a hub. I don't know if you can see it. It's a hub with gear teeth around it. And then you combine that with these little gears they give you. These actually look identical to the gears that you get on the propeller shafts. They're white instead of like either tan, or sometimes you see them in blue or other colors. But they look identical. So it might be a replacement option. So that's this set. Now, this set is interesting because I have not seen this. I've actually seen another of this other, so I'm going to open these other ones for you and show you. Where these, the hubcap just holds everything in, but really the bearing itself, like the one-way bearing setup, is mostly in here. And the tire is actually around the inner part of the wheel, or the part that's closer to the chassis, if that makes sense. So this part here would be right against the chassis, and then this goes on the outside to seal it in. Then you have these. Okay, so let's take a look at these ones. Sorry if I'm rambling. You just switch to another video. Hopefully you don't. Hopefully I'll get some better ones and I'll actually edit these. I do have the ability to edit stuff. I'm just, this time of night, after everything's done, I usually don't. So these ones look a little different. So you get two trays. Each one has a wheel. Now, when you get these, there is actually arrows on them. So they're made the way the hub is shaped to go only one way. So some freewheel counterclockwise, some freewheel clockwise, and you get two of each, right? So they go on. So there is actually specific sides of the car they go on. They can't just put them wherever you want. And then you get tires. These are also normal tires. So they're pretty sticky. They're pretty squishy. I'm going to use these tires, and when I set them up, I'll probably use hard on the front. And then I'll probably use the low friction on the back. So if you ever watch slow-mo videos of the cars, they hit the turn. They don't turn smoothly. They hit, and there's a shimmy where the back slams into the turn, and then it goes around the turn. So I've noticed a lot of guys starting to switch their low friction to the back. I feel like I noticed a difference. I haven't held it to a stopwatch, but it feels like it handles better like that, where it hits, and then boom, you get that shimmy. So I'll still, even with this, there's always going to be that slide into the wall with the back of the car, like when you first enter a turn. This won't counter that. The wheels will still have the slide. So I'll still do low friction on the back. Now, these are the style that I've seen, though, more often, where you see it's still similar parts, right? You have this part, which is essentially the hub, right? And this is where the different gears go. You essentially end up with 3 gears, 2 on each wheel on the sides and 1 in the center. And that's what makes up this one-way bearing setup. The difference is it's more like a rim that goes over that. So your axle goes through this piece, the center piece, and then this goes over. So where your tire's mounted is actually the part that's on the outside. So if your chassis is here, the inner hub flange part goes on the inside, and then this goes over it. So they're a little differently put together. I've actually seen a bunch of these online, both sides, the low profile, small diameter ones you don't see as much. I've seen a bunch of these, and that's actually what I thought these were, but they're cool. They're neon green. I'm going to put both together, and I'll do another video comparing them. If all goes well, I would like to use these. There's a race at AAA, the final of the Point Series, in 2 weeks. So right after Big Pinewood Derby race, and we're doing that. And we'll see how it goes. Didn't win anything last time. It was a really, really good race. The competition's really been upped, which is cool because then you can tell everyone's getting into it because everybody starts making really fast stuff. I actually felt really good about my cars. I had a semifinal with the race winner who won both box stock and tuned. It was me versus him, just one-on-one in a semifinal, and I lost by a turn. So that's not too bad because it was a really, really competitive race. I didn't even make it to the finals because of that, but that's how it shakes out when they do the round robin setup. I still like it. You get 3 runs in each class no matter what. But awesome. And would love to talk more about this car. I'll do that when I do the testing video. We'll put these together and show you what it looks like. Awesome. Thanks.